This is a Mack Granite tractor and a Talbert Lowboy trailer. This is made by First Gear and is in 1/50th scale. Now these Lowboy combinations of First Gear's made, they all look pretty good. The Peterbilts are nice, the Kenworths are nice, but I really like the Mack with the triaxle because I feel like the tandem axle tractor looks a lot better with this particular trailer than what the triaxle tractors do. And I also like the yellow combination. I think it just looks really good between the black frame, the polished aluminum wheels, and the yellow paint. It looks really good. Now, as far as the tractor goes, it's the same, First Gear Mack that is in every other set. But one of the things that's interesting that I hadn't noticed before is if you look right here, it's got a wet kit, and it even has the pump coming off the transmission there, the PTO, which is pretty interesting. It's such a minor piece of detail, but it makes it perfect for this Lowboy. And I had never noticed it before. I'm not sure if it's on the Peterbilts or the Kenworths, but it's sure on this Mack, and it looks fantastic. Like I said, it's such a minute detail, but it's so accurate for the piece. It's pretty fantastic. Again, looking underneath, you do have a little bit of steering here, which is nice. The motor and transmission, drive shafts, everything looks really good. Front of the tractor looks good. The paint is all really nice and crisp and well done. And one of the interesting things about the hood popping up is that the radiator and the grill and everything stays right where it's supposed to. That's pretty nice. The motor detail is fantastic. I don't know if you can see the fan in there. That just looks really good. Everything fits together really well. And they give you this nice little toothpick here because these doors are pretty darn hard to open without it. Anyway, the doors open up. Once you pop them open, you can see inside there. And it's got some really good detail inside too. And if you look at the windows, you can see the windows are down. That's a pretty neat level of detail on the truck that's this size. It really looks good. Now, you have some accessories that come with the set. One of them is a little the wide load, I don't know if you call this a placard or what. Anyway, it just hooks right onto the bumper there and looks pretty darn good. Now, as far as the trailer goes, like I said, it's the same First Gear Talbert that it's in all the other sets. But again, it looks pretty good. It's got the wide load sign there on the back and mud flaps and everything. It's just a good looking Lowboy trailer. And it's got the little swing-aways for the outriggers, or I'm not sure, whatever you call it, deck extensions, whatever. And you got your boards here. So again, if you want to, you take your little toothpick, you flip out all these little swing-aways. Most of them come out pretty easy. Some of them you got to fiddle with a little bit. But anyway, you get the idea. And then your little deck board just pops right in there. And that's pretty fantastic. It's really neat to have that option to make it a little bit wider. So if you have a wider piece of equipment, you can just fit it right on there, and that's pretty nice. I think that's a generally underrated detail on these trailers. It's easy to overlook, but you really shouldn't, because it's fantastic. As far as the Lowboy mechanism goes, it's very simple. It's just a spring-loaded piece right here. You press that and it pops right off. And you got your air lines and your electric lines right here. There's a little teeny hole that pops right into. So that's another neat detail. That's pretty much exactly how that's almost how that works. Really, it's backwards, because these would attach to the neck here and you would fold them. Normally there's like a little pocket in here that you can fold all your air lines into when you detach the neck. So you got your little ramps that fold down, and this will sit on the tractor okay, but you can't nitpick too much here, because it really does look fantastic. It'd be nice if I guess it wouldn't be hard to maybe take like a piece of that styrene plastic and put a little block in there to hold this up off the ground a little bit, but again, that's really nitpicking here. overall, this is just a really nice set. It displays well. It looks great on the dioramas. It displays really well. You can, whether it's detached or attached to the tractor, you can put any number of loads on here, and it looks fantastic. Having the deck boards so you can make the trailer wider is just fantastic. It's a lot of little details that add up to a pretty phenomenal truck, I think. Again, put the neck back on. You line it up with these little tabs here, and it just clips right in there. And you take your air lines, and they just fit right back in that little hole. And there you go. So anyway, now the kingpin on this is a little bit small, so it's pretty easy to fit this trailer with a lot of different tractors. It'll fit on all the sword trucks. It'll fit on most of the WSI trucks, and you can even put it on the old Corgi trucks if you wanted to. It'll look a little bit out of place with the Corgi trucks because this is a lot more detail than what the Corgis do, but you can still use it. Anyway, overall, that's about it. This is a fantastic truck. If you get the opportunity to get one, I highly recommend it. For the money that these first gear trucks cost, you can't beat it. If you look at the sword trucks and the WSI trucks, you're going to pay a lot more, but you don't get a whole lot more detail than what you have here. And I think that says a lot about first gear, because they could charge, I think, what sword does, but they don't. And again, it makes it a very, very good value. Anyway, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you'd like to see more of what we have, please subscribe to Maryland Construction Diecast. And as always, thanks for watching.